You probably think of your home's heating and cooling system as, a simple machine that you just turn on and off. But the truth, there's a constant, invisible battle happening inside your walls and just outside your window. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the unseen forces that are really putting your HVAC system to the test.
Or, how about this one? Why does the AC always seem to give up during the most brutal heat wave? It feels like the worst possible luck, doesn't it? But here's the thing, it's almost never luck. It's that one moment when months or even years of built-up stress finally pushes the whole system right past its breaking point.
So, to really get this, let's look at a fascinating real-world example, a place called College Park, Maryland. It turns out that a very specific mix of climate, geography, and even local history creates what is basically a perfect storm of challenges for any heating and cooling system.
First off, just look at these temperature swings. We're not just talking about a hot summer and a cold winter here. We're talking about a massive 75-degree jump from one extreme to the other. That kind of swing forces the equipment to work overtime at both ends of the spectrum, creating this incredible thermal stress that, honestly, most places just don't have to deal with.
But it's not just the temperature. What's really wild is how the environment itself becomes an attacker. You've got high humidity rolling in from the nearby river, and that doesn't just feel sticky, it actively eats away at metal parts. The ground itself, this heavy clay soil, actually shifts and pulls on your house's foundation. And then you throw in the legacy issues, aging, leaky ductwork from the 60s and 70s, and systems that were just too small to begin with. It all adds up. Okay, so we've got all these environmental stressors. The crucial question is, how does all that translate into an actual system failure? Let's connect the dots and really look at the anatomy of some of the most common and, frankly, most dangerous breakdowns.
Hey, remember that super high humidity we just talked about? Well, over time, all that moisture in the air literally causes the copper refrigerant lines on your AC unit to corrode. This creates these tiny, microscopic leaks that slowly drain your system's cooling power, which forces it to run constantly until, one day, poof, it just gives out.
And what about that clay soil? Well, as it gets wet and dries out, it expands and contracts, and that can shift your home's foundation, just enough to physically pull the joints in your ductwork apart. What does that mean for you? It means you are paying good money to heat or cool your crawl space or the space between your walls, while the actual rooms you live in never quite get comfortable.
Now, this one is easily the most serious. Think about that intense seasonal use, swinging from extreme heat to extreme cold, year after year after year. It puts this immense stress on a furnace's heat exchanger. It's like bending a paperclip back and forth. Eventually, it cracks. And when it does, it can leak deadly, odorless carbon monoxide directly into the air you breathe.
Okay, so the worst happens. Your system is under attack and it finally breaks down. You make that call for help. What should a professional, expert response actually look like? Believe it or not, there's a playbook for this, and it's designed to lower your stress, not add to it.
A really great service call boils down to these 3 steps. First, rapid dispatch. Help should be on the way within hours, not days. Second, you need a clear diagnosis of the real root cause, along with a firm price, so there are absolutely no surprises later. And finally, and this is key, they have to do thorough testing after the repair to guarantee the job is actually truly done right.
And this quote? It gets right to the heart of honest service. See, when a technician's pay isn't tied to a commission, their advice is suddenly aligned with your best interests. They can focus on just solving your problem, not on trying to upsell you to a brand new system you might not even need.
But let's be real. Sometimes replacement is the right call. So let's talk about a super simple tool that can help you navigate what is one of the biggest, most stressful decisions a homeowner can face.
Ah, yes, the multi-$1,000 question. Do you sink hundreds of dollars into fixing this old unit, or do you bite the bullet and invest thousands in a new one? It's a really tough call, but there's a simple guideline that can bring a whole lot of clarity to the situation.
It's called the $5,000 rule, and it's so easy. You just take the age of your system in years and you multiply it by the quoted repair cost. If that number comes out to more than $5,000, well, replacement is probably the smarter financial move.
Let's see how this actually works. Say you have a 12-year-old system with a $500 repair bill. Well, 12 times 500 is $6,000. That's over the threshold, so that's a strong signal that it's time to replace. But what if you have an 8-year-old system with a $400 repair? Well, 8 times 400 is $3,200. In that case, the repair makes way more financial sense. It's just a really powerful way to avoid throwing good money after bad.
So whether you end up deciding to repair or replace, there's one last really important piece to this whole puzzle. How do you know for sure that the work is being done correctly to professional standards that actually ensure safety and efficiency?
Here are the big things to look for, the hallmarks of real quality work. First, they pull all the required county permits. That ensures the job is legal and up to code. The technicians need to be EPA certified for handling refrigerant. That's a big one for safety. They should also size the system based on something called a manual J calculation for your specific home, not just a guess. And finally, look at the details. They should be sealing all the ductwork with mastic, which is a gooey sealant, not that flimsy cloth tape that just falls apart.
So, it's clear, right? Your home's HVAC system is fighting this constant battle against climate, against geology, even against its own age. The real question is, after everything we've just talked about, do you know who's winning in your house?